Hello everyone and welcome to the 17th episode of It's Full Moon, and I was in the mood. During this month of April we are going to have a full moon in Libra on the 16th of April, so a lot of a strong need to harmonize, to reach that balance now and just keep things very nice instead of actually adventuring yourself into deep questions. So you want to be at peace and you want to try to obtain peace as much as possible within you, within your environment, outside of your own self. So as usual, I've got three piles of cards. I've got pile number 1, pile number 2 and pile number 3 to see what this full moon in Libra on the 16th of April has got in store for you. Just select one of the piles and then head to the video timestamp to read what the card pile that you have selected has got for you. So let's go ahead and do the reading. Thank you so much, and I wish you all a very happy full moon. Thank you. Hello to you who have selected pile number 1 for the full moon of this month, April, in Libra. So let's go ahead and see. I'm just going to shuffle the cards a bit more, although they've shuffled them quite a lot of times, and just see what is happening here for you. So let's go ahead and have a peek. Okay, so I'm just going to literally take all the cards so that we can then have a peek at them all. Hopefully you'll be able to see them. I think I'll probably pull more cards than the usual, perhaps. I'm hoping you can kind of see them all. Just going to bring this one a bit here to the side. There we go. Amazing. So what we've got here to you who have selected pile number 1. What we've got here is there's something that's currently happening in your life, something that is just really taking shape, or the attempt of taking shape, and that is happening because there was a lot of thoughts about it before, and you've tried to organize everything before so that you were within yourself, you were thinking about this project, that now things are, trying to progress and trying to move and work for you. However, there seems that there's a lot of work that you need to do in order to actually be where you are or achieve what you want. There seems that apart from all the self-reflection that you had on how to do this project, how to do this relationship, things seem to constantly bring you a lot of work, a lot of headache, and this is not really in tune with this full moon, because this full moon is all about harmony and everything, and what you're trying, and basically every time you are trying to move in one direction, it seems like it's always pulling you to kind of bring you a bit down, even though you are now, or you feel now that you are a new person, in the sense that you have grown quite a bit. This, whatever it is, self-reflection that you had before you decided to shift things around you, or things that you do, or people you relate to, this made you, self-reflect and have a lot of strength and kind of become a new person. There's still things that might not still be working quite well for you at this point. And the tendency of the environment on this full moon is really to go back to yourself, go back and reflect, just sit with yourself in the beauty that you are as a person, as a human being, because you've got a lot of beautiful things and harmony that you can bring to yourself and to the world, and to not be afraid of who you are, despite of what you expect from yourself to achieve, and despite of what people expect you to achieve or to be. Just really do not be afraid to be who you really are, and to express that beauty that you've got within you, even though things might not be going in the direction that you were envisioning for them to head. And the key point is really this for this full moon, and the energy surrounding it is really for you to sit with yourself, go back again, reflect, sit back in the beauty and really absorb everything that you truly are, so that then you are better equipped to then carry on and focus on potentially even other projects, or even if these things that you were already working on, and that the expectations that you were setting or the others were setting is not really matching what you are obtaining from reality. It's just really a time when you can be in your own beauty, be in your own self, in your true self, which then will then reflect to society, which will then reflect in a better way for a project or people that you should actually be with, not with something you were expecting or others were expecting from you. Guidance, then again, is really bringing, I'm going to pull another card for guidance, is really bringing that attention to yourself, because you've got all the power within you, all the power sitting there. You've got all the motivation that you can possibly have there within you, all the beauty, and you've got all of that there within you. And that's what I'm sensing, really strong, powerful cards here, and you've got it all. So it's really coming back to a place of harmony within yourself, to balance yourself first before you actually work around these things that you want to do, to be with, whatever it is. Just really gathering yourself and your energies and the beauty that you've got to share with you, which will then of course expand to others. So that is the key message for you for this full moon in April in Libra. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Of course, this is a generic card reading. It might resonate with some of you and it might be quite specific, but to others it might not create any sense, as even though it is generic, it will most likely reach certain people than others, probably. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you a very happy full moon in Libra, and I will see you in the next full moon. Thank you very much. Hello to you who have selected pile number 2. So let's go ahead, shuffle even more the cards and see what the full moon has got in store for you. I'm gonna split it a bit here. There we go. All right. So let's see what is in store here for you. And just going to squeeze the cards into the screen so you can see them all. Okay, and we will have a look at them all. Okay, so quite a few things happening here for you. We have got almost you walking without really understanding where you're heading, where you're going, what the hell are you doing, even though you might know, but you actually might not know, if that makes any sense. And there is, of course, you know, a process, and you know it's not a, or somehow you know that it's not something that's going to come tomorrow, and you work on it and you work on yourself steady and hopefully consistently. Okay, and this is the definitely what this full moon is kind of guiding you. It's really that even though people might see you, or you might see yourself as kind of being too much out of the box or a bit too crazy, that's fine, don't worry. It will lead you somewhere. That craziness is good, and it can be very balanced, and it can have harmony during this full moon in Libra. Although, of course, a lot of craziness for a lot of people might be considered too much and not in balance, but it all depends on the perspective on how we look at things, right? So with that said, I really see, you know, a place of really a big heart here. There's a real sense of really wanting a bit of beauty in the life, really wanting to really be in tune with this full moon, and to really have a bit of peace. That's why the consistency and the steadiness is important, because it kind of brings you into stillness within all the craziness, and that helps you to guide more and to actually make the most of this full moon. There is, of course, something here that seems to me that it's being created. It's almost a I would almost say that it's almost, you know, probably a relationship of some sort, actually. At least that's what I'm sensing more, but it can be something different, of course, to you, because it is a generic reading that I am doing. And this is something that can be achieved, and there can be some harmony in this union that you are building, and the union can even expand more, right? Because you've got a lot more here in the cards. It can expand to even something wider than just two. It can expand to come to fruition and flourish into something way much bigger, and even bigger than yourself, and that what you were initially expecting. And I think that is it, actually. Let me just give some card for guidance, even though I think we kind of already spoke about just kind of pulling one or two cards here for extra guidance. Yes, then again, direction. Sometimes, of course, because you come from a position of a bit crazy, so to speak, and sometimes the directions that you might need to take might not sound very conventional, right? And sometimes society might actually show you that the direction should be another one, or this should be done by this by the time you reach this age, or etc. Nothing of that is relevant. Okay, you are who you are, and you should live at peace with it. Okay, so you should live at peace with the decisions of the people that you surround yourself with the people that you decide to have relationships with, and to really bring harmony to that. This is the time and moment for you to actually embrace this full moon, as it will bring you a lot of good things, a lot of understanding that it is okay. It doesn't matter what the outside society says about my work, my relationships, the people I do partnerships with. It does not matter. What it matters is what it's right for me, what it feels right, what it feels that it brings me that peace and that I'm happy with. So go ahead and go for it. So yes, so this is the generic card reading to you who have selected pile number 2. It is a generic card reading, like I said, so take it with a pinch of salt. I hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you a very, very, very happy full moon in this month in Libra. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Hello to you who have selected pile number 3 for this generic card reading for the full moon in Libra during the month of April. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have got for you for this month and full moon. So let's have a look. So yep. I've actually decided to kind of just do a bit of squeezing here, because the cards won't fit all in the screen, so bear with me. What have we got here? We've got a lot of imagination and things seem that are potentially flowing the way they should be flowing. Okay, but however, there is a lot of hard work in here, a lot of hard work that comes with it, of course, but there's also a lot of or better to say, a lot of hard work, and what came before that, potentially before that, was a lot of oh, let's fight, let's do this, you know, but in not in a positive way, but a bit in a negative way, that it would either, you know, overstretching yourself, or things were just not going on the flow that you wanted it to go. Okay, so this feels heavy in a way that, you know, it's just so much to carry, so much to do. However, that heaviness comes with, comes with or brings you, it just really feels that there's something off here. Okay, and that off is because you potentially bring too much of a mental how to put it, you mentally think too much. I think that's the best way to put it. And as you mentally think about possibilities and options, and you know that you potentially are on the right direction, on the right track, then that just kind of creates more responsibility, more hard work for yourself, and you just really feel burned out. You just really feel that you've just been hit by a massive storm, and you are starting to know a few things from people or from situations that you're like, oh, okay, so this is how things are. I was not expecting this. So things might come as a surprise to you from people, from situations. So expect that during this full moon, which, you know, full moon in Libra, just like I was talking a bit earlier in the beginning of our video, you know, is that it's really that strong need for harmony and balance. And I think that's why all is coming to the surface, all this rushing around is coming to the surface, because you are really in the need of that balance and harmony. So if you don't look at these things that don't look that good, you won't be able, or it will make it hard and more challenging for you to accept them, to then be able to build that harmony that you want to achieve. So that's why we're looking at these things at the moment, and really seeing that there's probably underlined ideas, or people might say one thing, but it actually might be the totally opposite thing, but they might want to try to convince you of one thing rather than what reality actually is. And I would definitely see this as something that might pass away. You just need to give it a bit of time, okay? And just carry on steadily tackling one thing at a time, and really making sure that you communicate in a way that, first of all, makes sense to you, but that you make sure that people are aware that you are knowledgeable, that you know. So I'm just going to pull a card for guidance, okay? Yeah. And that's the thing, you know, you are trying to gain that respect. You are doing partnerships. You are getting together with people, and then people are, you know, throwing all of this massive stuff at you, and it's totally fine, all right? There's always the other side of the coin. And it is that with you communicating, articulating in a way that you are pragmatic, you know the expectations, and you know the targets and everything else around it, you still do whatever it is that you need to do, but at the same time that leads you to have, for people to have a lot more respect, and for you to have a lot more respect for who you are and what you do, and how you proceed in life. So it's having that ability to communicate, which might start off as being a bit small, but you need to communicate. What happens when you communicate is that you need to be very wise on the way you communicate, okay? Because if you start just blah, 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 everything, that's not going to take you anywhere. It's actually going to be the opposite. You need to do it, like I said, in a very pragmatic way, in a very structured way, in a very organized manner. And this is something that you will slowly learn how to do it better. And all you need is a bit of time to kind of work through these things so that this can harmonize itself and become lighter and more beautiful and nicer for you. But these are the things you will be looking into throughout this full moon, and it'll probably be the main topic at the moment as the full moon approaches. And this is it. You have selected pile number 3 for the generic card reading. Like I said, it is a generic card reading, so take it with a pinch of salt, as some things might resonate, some others might not. And I hope you enjoyed and that it was useful to you. I wish you a very happy full moon on the 16th of April with this amazing full moon in Libra. And I will see you in the next video for the next full moon card reading. Thank you very much. And thank you for being here again. Thank you so much.